Hey buddies, hello. It is almost 5 p.m. on Wednesday, and I'm cooking up a storm and doing a lot of stuff, getting ready for my next hitch of work. I'm going to bed in just a few hours, and then I have to wake up at 3 a.m. to start my next hitch, which will be day shift. And getting up at 3 a.m. doesn't sound like day shift, but it's what it is, 6 to 6, and I'll leave 2 hours early just to make sure there's no wrecks on the beltway or the tollway to slow me down and make me late. Because when people work 12-hour shifts, the last thing they want to do is wait for somebody to get there late. So a couple things I'm making is, here I'm making some Italian, I guess like spaghetti sauce in a way, but it'll be really chunky, thick with meat. I'm going to add the tomato sauce, and this is ground beef. I use a lot of turkey, and I just had beef. I went grocery shopping today and I didn't buy any meat because I knew I had beef. Chopped up 3/4 of an onion, and I'm stir frying it. I guess that's the way to say it, cooking it with this beef. I put in I haven't done this in a long time, but I rarely have wine because I don't drink, but I put in a little bit of this, and it kind of caramelizes the onions a little bit, just gives them real good flavor. I've added salt, pepper, some Italian seasoning, some garlic seasoning, and I did 3/4 of an onion because the other part of the onion is what's going in the other thing, which has to do with this. I'm waiting for these eggs to cool so I can peel them and put all but 2 in my usual that I make, that I've talked about with you guys. Oh, here comes Roxy Roo. Hello. Always in time for dinner. You guys have seen me make this before. And I'm making it again. The last time I made it, I went back afterwards and put the recipe in the comments. And I wanted to do it again today because it's just so quick and easy, and I have all the ingredients on hand. But I did some extra, a little bit extra this time. I had some pimento. I haven't put pimento in my chicken/egg salad in a long time. So I threw a jar in there, and every time I eat this egg salad, I'm like, this Roxy Roo, do not get in the garbage, sweetie. That's not a good girl. Every time I eat my egg/chicken salad, I'm like, man, this pineapple in here is so good. I wish I had just a little bit more. So I did. This time I put 2 little containers in there. You see I've got the onion in there. I have the artichoke hearts. Those artichoke hearts are pickled, so to speak, with olive oil and seasonings. And let me come back over here. Hello, sweet baby. Hello. She knows that it is almost time for something. That's why she's here. Roxy, it's not time. It's not time. Let me stir this up. Those pickled artichoke hearts, they give such good flavor, and it's real easy for me to add them in there. I did this when I was overseas, and we did jokingly combat cooking in our living containers. We have very little space, and we learned to chop stuff up directly in the jar. We just got our scissors and inserted them in the jar and chop right inside the jar, and then dump the jar in there. There's my can of chicken packed in water. I'm adding celery this time, and I was out of relish. I forgot to get relish. No problem. I stole my niece's jar of gherkins, and I chopped them up, and this may be a new thing for me. As you can see, when you do this, you can make them as chunky, choppy, little, big as you want. And I kind of like that. And also, there's a lot less juice to deal with. Because like I told you guys before, when I'm getting ready for this dish, I throw all the ingredients in a colander in the sink so it can sit there and drain while I'm getting the other items ready. So since I had my chopper out, I chopped up the onion for this, the onion for the egg/chicken salad, and I chopped up a whole nother onion and put it in the freezer. I divided it in 2 little containers, put it in the freezer. So the next time I cook, I've already got onions chopped up. Yeah, look at me. Same thing with the celery. I chopped up several stalks and put them in Ziploc baggies so I can have them for my snacks when I go to work. So I've put seasoning in this. Same thing here. I put salt and pepper in here. You know, I may get a little fennel and put in there because why not? So all I have to do is, once the eggs cool and I peel them, I'm going to chop them up, put them in here, and put a couple big heaping tablespoons of mayonnaise. I've learned that mayo is the best way to go, not Miracle Whip. And what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, and the reason why I said all but two is because I'm going to reserve 2 boiled eggs to have with a salad at work one day this week. I've said before I'm not a vegetarian, but I love vegetables, and I kind of shoot myself in the foot sometimes. I'll get a big, beautiful salad and eat it, and then next thing you know, a couple hours later, my stomach is growling because I had no protein to speak of. So I'm going to reserve a couple boiled eggs to put on my salad one day. So that's what is going on here tonight. I'm going to wrap this up, add this can of tomato sauce, and then let this continue to simmer. And then maybe these eggs will be, whew, that's how I cook my eggs, by the way. By the way, there's so many ways to boil eggs. My way is, I know it's a kettle, I know it's weird, it's what I do. I put my eggs in the kettle, I put the heat on high, I let it get to a boil. I let it boil about a whole minute or more, turn it off, leave it, and just leave it till it cools. Now, it's not the best way to do it if you're in a hurry and you need boiled eggs right away. However, I'm 51 years old, and never in my life, not one time have I ever peeled a hard-boiled egg and it was not completely cooked. I've done this my whole life, so that's how I do that. Anyway, that's that. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope you all have a good work week. I will check back in with y'all in a week. Bye.